Welcome to the lower labs, where abandoned projects are left to rot.
Welcome, one and all, back to the Kale's Tale channel. For this one, we'll be going down Glitch's first ever 2D animated new show, The Knights of Guinevere.
What about it?
Now,
What's it about?
first of all, well,
Watch the
what's it
trailer.
about? Well, because it's created by former Disney writers, Dana Terrace, it's basically cocaine for the Owl House addicts, And I'm in a Discord server where they're big Owl House fanatics. They love and worship Dana's characters. It's a psychological drama and thriller about a princess android who's part of a conspiracy created by Dana Terrace and her Owl House writers, Zach Marcus and John Bailey Owen. The trailer made it very clear that Dana was gonna roast her old workplace, Disney, and take that whole Disney princess thing, then twist it around. Now, the sneak peek with her and when the founders of Glitch, Luke, they're on a swan boat and they're at the park on a swan boat, and Luke asks, "Now, what were you pissed about?" And Dana said, "A lot." She was clearly angry at Disney for all the pushback that they were giving her because of all the LGBTQ relationships between Leslie and Astrid. Now, she was focused, she was forced to water it all down, making season 3 into 2-hour, 3-hour episodes before being cancelled. Now, the pilot is strong, polished, and gorgeous to look at. I'm not messing with you. The pacing is impressive, which is the hardest thing to get right in a pilot. Especially in a sci-fi with so much ground to cover in terms of characterization. The fresh angle that Knights of Guinevere takes as a Disney critique. It's not so much of a fuck you Disney like everyone thought it would be. It's more, like what Jeffrey Katzenberg, who did with Shrek when Disney fired him and he went and co-founded DreamWorks. It's more like there's value in the stuff Disney makes. It's reduced to mush by people that don't value it. Guinevere is the representation of the show's thesis, an entity that's still treasured by Frankie and had to be escaped and held hostage by its makers.
Once upon a time, and this was a very long time
Orville
ago,
Park and his daughter
there was a
Olivia.
princess. Trapped in a
Now,
tall
it begins taking place somewhere in the future, where young Olivia Park, voiced by Lauren Kong, is tinkering with her princess android, Guinevere, voiced by Eden Rigel. Her father, Orville Park, voiced by Sung Won Cho, he's telling Olivia that the park will all be hers one day, to forget her past. The treatment we got in the narration to now is such a drastic difference that with young Olivia didn't cope pretty well. She's a child who becomes a caregiver so young, with foolish ideas. Considering these shots, angles, and coloring, from the sign of Olivia's light leaving her eyes, to her yanking on Gwen's organs like a prisoner in chains. Guinevere runs, jumps off the balcony, and, to be held captive again for years. And this way it's always been. Gwen is clearly a victim of Olivia and Orville both. A lot of times with these Disney satires, writers will use either a direct parody of Mickey as a representative of Disney's corporate greed and corruption. But with Knights of Guinevere, Gwen is much of a victim of the Park Planet. That's the name of this Park Planet. As long as we're on the topic, because my Instagram feed is a freaking quicksand, one of the things I'd find is I have the source here, is an uncle with autism the point of view caption caught my eye was he's meeting his favorite person at Disney World. Was it Mickey? Minnie? No. Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, which jaw dropped, and I'm thinking, so his favorite person in the world is not his mom, it's not his dad or his sister, it's the CEO of Disney, which he's already gotten himself in hot water a few times in the past. It's this SOB. It's Bob Iger. That's his favorite person.
Oh, why, hello. God. Didn't notice you there. Come closer. Meet some very good friends of mine.
Alright. We have the lovable duo, Andy and Frankie, voiced by Zelda Con Black and Michaela Laws, with their little frog hacking device here to play the toy crane, trying to win the Gwen plushie. The Easter eggs include Jax, Pomni, Uzi, and Mel from the Utter Glitch shows. Of course, they give up, and instead beat the Princess Guinevere android, which is a nostalgic memory for Frankie, who has a childlike innocence.
What are your names?
Even fixing Guinevere's finger, which she definitely remembers and kept note of, the people who cared about her. This one post by Neb, kind of basically, it's basically Guinevere in a nutshell, is rescuing Woke Grog from Elon's Goon Crypt, which, I don't know, to me is a kind of funny thing in many cases. Anyway, Andy and Frankie are a lovable pair, complete opposites. Andy is smart in her field, but struggles to make ends meet and to be seen for her worth. But you can see also being close to Frankie since they were kids that she looks out for her. Frankie's loyal, a dreamer, works for a mental job collecting trash to sell, but her boss, voiced by Kaylee McKee, is a drug dealer, and damn it, she knows it. She finds comfort in the stories given to her. She sees the magic in the stories sold to her. Literally, she sees things that no one else does. She might be schizophrenic and is having hallucinations. Andy's face when Frankie mentions that she wants to be an engineer so they can work together. Here, Andy knows that her job sucks because of the treatment she receives and the impossible tasks and schedules she has. But seeing Frankie idolizing her job at Park Plant is painful for Andy, because she knows that if Frankie becomes an engineer with her, she runs the risk of losing Frankie's idealism. These two are good people who mean no harm at all. They're just trying to survive, like all good-hearted people, So, Frankie finds the Gwen android in a fishing net, broken, damaged, and her boss, Sparky, is already planning to sell her off to make some cash, and it's implied that Sparky's gonna sell the Gwen android as a sex doll or something. I don't know. By the way, these characters here, in Olivia's room, they kind of remind me of this art piece that Dana did a few years ago. Now, on her deathbed, we have an elderly Olivia Park, voiced by Erin Nicole Ludquist, surrounded by cult-looking nurses. They all look like they're in a cult. It's so dark, too. There's barely any windows at all. Notifying her that the Gwen android has escaped.
Your princess. She made it to the surface this time.
The surface? No. My poor dear Guinevere.
It's so interesting how Olivia originally had black hair like her father before becoming a blonde in childhood. This.
Please, I have to fix her again. I will do better this time.
Shall I call security?
So, Frankie's psychosis demons tell her to rescue the Guinevere android in hopes to work alongside Andy as an engineer to, bite the hand that feeds her. Seeing things that no one else can see, that's crazy. That's unbelievable. Who would ever see things that...
Hey, Kale!
Actually...
Kale! When do I go on?
Not now. Wait until the the special. It's coming. Don't worry. You're coming. Friend of mine.
God, what? No. Sparky's my boss. I can't just steal from him.
Do it, Francesca. The hand that feeds. Think of it this way. Is it stealing or is it rescuing?
And so she convinces Andy to help repair Guinevere, risking prison time. There is this dialogue that Frankie says that a lot of people understand caught, which is...
Didn't get the doll, but we met a real Gwen. That memory is still so vivid. And now you make stuff that gives other people memories like that. I just think that's cool as shit, dude.
You can tell that this show was made by former Disney employees who got fucked over, and you can feel the hurt that they walked away with. So the duo take Gwen to get repaired when Sparky and his lackeys confront them for taking the android, for going over their head. Did anyone else catch the implication that Sparky is possibly responsible for Frankie's missing canine teeth? It looks like he went for her canines, because I guess Frankie's a biter. You know, it may not explain Frankie's hallucinations. I don't know. Maybe that was a problem before. You know, Andy, while trying to save Frankie, accidentally reveals that, you know, she was fired from her job without ruining Frankie's idealism. And as for Gwen, I noticed this. I'm sure some of you have too. Her facial expression changes as the pilot goes. She gets happier after Frankie rescues her. I know it's all beautifully hand-drawn 2D, but it's interesting that Guinevere remains smiling after Frankie and Andy rescue her to fix her up. One design detail is how she has a big head in comparison to the humans in her universe. Guinevere isn't a human, she's a cartoon character, and when they get animatronics or costumes for theme parks, they keep their cartoon proportions instead of them being adapted to look human. In her universe, Guinevere doesn't look human, made of metal. She looks like a Disney animatronic. As the two are taking Guinevere, she screams loud, as if she's trying to warn them about what's about to happen. And some shit definitely goes down, and all hell breaks loose. Because elderly Olivia Park calls in one of her iron giant robots to take them down and to go after the Guinevere android. But here's the thing: Gwen is badly damaged, yet she's willing to help out her new friends when the giant robot bastard. The three get inside the Epcot ball and almost get killed. But the Gwen android saves them. Us viewers see through Frankie's point of view that Gwen is prepared and asks if the robot is their parent, and she makes a little pouty face like she's dealing with a fussy child. So, even when she's badly damaged, Guinevere has the strength to save her rescuers from certain death and take on this humongo robot giant thing. Given how tough Guinevere is, I could see her attacking this fucker while trying to protect the little girls. And so, how strong is Guinevere? Like, she was caught in a fishing net. Like, God knows how long she was in the ocean, you know? Amazing. So, Andy and Frankie take Gwen to get fully repaired, and when she starts working, she sees them as little kids in her Disney state.
Hello, Francesca. Hello, Andrea. It's nice to see you two again.
And there you have the pilot of The Knights of Guinevere. What I love about this pilot is the lack of cynicism about Guinevere herself. Despite that she's an android, She seems to be stuck in a pre-programmed fantasy world. She's the face of a marketing empire, but she isn't evil. Gwen is everything we were told as kids that princesses are meant to be. Friendly, gracing, wanting to be there and to protect the children. Which she does, exactly. She's a princess in need of rescue, tries over and over again to rescue herself while waiting for her knights. She's abused under the corrupt system, yet she still fights to protect the people who are still trying to save her when she's broken, Andy and Frankie. The surveillance system that's seen in the beginning when they were kids, the surveillance system used by the corporation over its citizens is something that Guinevere uses to finally remember the two young girls she befriends, which explains how she remembers her names because of the surveillance system. Despite how rightfully this pilot criticizes Disney as a company, it never criticizes the audience for loving the princesses and waiting to indulge in fantasy. And the creativity that brought these fantasies to life were done out of genuine love. So, applause to Dana, John, Zachary, the cast, Kevin, Luke, everybody, Glitch Productions for a team effort, because their pilots are a big boom, always booming, blasting, absolutely proud of them. So, what do you think of Knights of Guinevere? Absolutely fascinating, huh? Proud of you guys. And thank you all for watching, too. Hey, what do you think? Purple is my color. I'm more of a pink, pink magenta.